Coach Darlene here. What do we do when we don't know what we're to do with our life? We don't know what's next or who we are, and it's so confusing because the roles we've had. We've gone from being a single woman to a career woman to maybe becoming a wife and then a mom and then a grandmother, then another career change. And it just gets so confusing and mind-boggling of who are we? Who am I? This is a question women usually ask and usually start asking it in their 40s. Like, who am I? How does this all work? How does this all fit together? Does my story fit? And I want you to know that we can connect our dots backwards, but we cannot connect our dots forward. Forward steps are by faith, but backwards we can look back and see how puzzle pieces of our story fit. If they don't, that can even be trickier because I was there once. I didn't know how my dots connected because my story made sense up until my mid to late 20s. And then things really got crazy. And when you live in a dysfunction, abusive environment, when women live in abuse, things get really messy and chaos and crazy, and you disappear because you're being whittled down. Now, you may have had that in a career or in a family, in a relationship. And you're like, who am I? How does this all fit? I want more. Many times it may come after empty nest. I want more. Who am I? What am I? Well, first step I want you to know is you have to ask yourself. There's an awareness going on because you are asking yourself, what more? What next? I want more. And so I applaud you. And that is the beginning to say, I recognize I want more. I need more. What is it? And so take an inventory of your life. If you don't know how to do that, I do know how to do that. And that's what I do as a coach. But I also have created a course, and I'll put the link below because what I'm sharing with you today is found in Module 1. And it is to discover, become aware, who are you, and take an inventory of your life because that's where we begin. Explore your thoughts, your feelings, your finances, your relationships, your mental thoughts, your emotions, and then, of course, your growth with God. Because, see, it begins with God. Because your purpose is because He instilled it within you when He created you. So you begin there with an inventory. You also begin with, and I'm just going to show you real quick because I have coaching, life-changing worksheets that I've created, and they're in this course if this interests you. Like I said, I'll put the link below. But some other things you're going to have to look at is, where do you get stuck? What messy areas of your life? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Is it despair? Is it maybe you're going through grief right now? I'm a grief loss coach, so grief is really messy, really hard. And that's my next book that will be due out, is a grief loss book. And so you want to learn how to get through that grieving process. As a grief loss coach, I help people take that pain and turn it into purpose. Also, like, you react. Where do you react? What do you get stuck in? And where do you want to go? The joy, the purpose, the passion, the dream that's embedded in your heart. And I love to help women go from here to over here. And that's what I do. And so you have to examine those. Are you stuck in the ladder of life in denial, anger, bargaining? Where are you at with that? And what else do you want? And those are some questions. And your baggage. That's a part of looking back in your story. Do you want to turn and use that for good? Also, are you a risk taker? Are you really willing to gut out and persevere? See, you have to really persevere and to step into your purpose and to go towards it doggedly by faith and to keep going. It is by faith because it's impossible to please God if we're not walking and stepping in faith. Now, these are all questions that I've shared with you and tools and tips, but there is a pathway to purpose. There is an exploratory self-guided discovery that you can do. And I'll drop the link below. And this is part of week 1 within my course of really identifying the truths about you. And it's good truths, not just the lies that you got to let go, but the truth that you were created with a purpose. And you have something in you that you so want to deliver to the world. And I would be honored to work